It's time for Draw and Tell a Story, and this story is about Tiki and Buko. Tiki's fondest wish was to be a train driver. Buko's fondest wish was to be able to see a bit better, so that he didn't keep running into rocks and trees. And it's because of these two wishes that you will see Tiki and Buko together today. When this story began, Buko lived on Naruto Farm, right here. One day he was running along, and crash! He ran into a rock. He decided then and there to get up and try again. But when he ran, crash! He ran into a second rock. This was the last straw. He had finally run into one rock too many. He would have to go to the city and get himself some eyeglasses. So early the next morning he caught the train and started off on his journey. Mrs. and Mr. Wordle flagged the train down a short time later, and the train stopped to pick them up. Buko was happy to have company because it was a very long trip to the city. Meanwhile, Tiki, who lived in the mountains, right here, was saying to herself, "It's all very fine to wish to be a train driver, but if I really mean to be one, I have to go and get a job with the train company." So she left in her home in the mountains, trekked across the plain, and sat under a tree until the train arrived. With Tiki on board, the train continued into the city. Buko got off the train as soon as it stopped and went straight to the tall building in the middle of the city. He went in the first door he came to, right here, up to the 6th floor to see the optometrist. The optometrist said that Buko definitely needed glasses and prepared to sell him a pair for $100. Unfortunately, Buko didn't have any money, not even enough to ride the train back to Naruto Farm. So he sat forlornly in a nearby park. Meanwhile, Tiki went to the same office building. She went to another door, right here, and went up to the 9th floor to the train company, where she saw the president. The president of the train company told her, none too politely, that she was far too small to be a train driver. As Buko sat in the park thinking, Tiki set off on a walk back to the mountains. She told herself if they would not let her drive a train, then she was not going to ride the train. When night fell, she came upon a small lake. She turned off the main road to look for a place to sleep alongside the lake. When night fell, Mr. and Mrs. Wordle found Buko in the park. They listened to his sad story and they drew him a map showing how he could travel across country home to Naruto Farm. Buko set off at once, but because of his poor eyesight, he became confused and ended up following in Tiki's footsteps on the road that led to the mountains. Buko thundered along at a brisk run, determined to be home by morning. Just as the sun was coming up, he heard a voice yell, "Stop! You'll run me over!" Buko couldn't see who was calling, but he stopped instantly, that close to Tiki. Poor Tiki, who was just waking up, was very frightened. When Buko realized what had happened, he offered to make amends by giving Tiki a ride home. With Tiki riding Buko, they thundered north towards the mountains. "You know, Buko," said Tiki some time later, "riding up here is very much what I imagine it would be like to ride a train." "And with you up here saying go right and go left," said Buko, "I haven't run into a rock or tree all morning." They both agreed that this was a very good arrangement, and they have been inseparable ever since. So, if you ever see a little bird and he is riding on top of a rhinoceros's horn. A rhinoceros who is slightly nearsighted. Then you know that you have met Tiki and Buko.